night again tonight. If you didn't have a chance with our anniversary, we had Mr. Jan Lucanus. Am I pronouncing the last name? Okay. With a little awesome seminar, Tai Chi push hands, and he was working with Sensei Donnie on a couple ideas of how to kind of blend schools of thoughts here and supplement what we're doing. I'll let him explain a little bit more as he comes up, but he wants to kind of go over a little bit of the sparring ideas, and I think blend your Tai Chi with it. Something like that. Well, like I said, he's going to explain a lot more. It's going to be fun and informative no matter what. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show respect to the flag. To each other. Sir, step it out.
And some of you haven't, so hello, and thank you so much for welcoming me into this home. My son Jet trains here, who's our cameraman tonight. And so I was the coach and captain of the U.S. Tai Chi push hands team. Hardly known sport in the States. Tai Chi is often, really gets a bad rap in the States. And unfortunately, I haven't gotten a lot of sleep this week. Otherwise, I was going to show you guys how to flip people without touching them, and do a whole bunch of other stuff, just stand there, push, not move. And so, but unfortunately I can't do that, I'm a little sleepy. I'm kidding, we don't do any of that stuff on our team. It's all really, really practical, really practical stuff that is super helpful. I also used to fight Sancho. I fought semi-pro Sancho, which is boxing, kickboxing, Mongolian wrestling, when I was in college under REAL Tai Chi, which was the major Beijing coach who made his own team in the States. So that was horrifying. So different story, but still some great experiences. So that being said, I do want everyone to be able to absorb some of the sports Tai Chi push hands concepts and be able to get a great workout tonight. And it's really as simple as that. And so I just wanted to share that. I would love to experience your sparring, the style of sparring that you guys do here. But I think that tonight we will focus mostly on the sports push hands. I think that'll absolutely be enough for everyone. So with that said, let's start working on. We're going to start the timer here, and we'll just start going. There we go. And please always ask questions, because this stuff is we really want to build out the talent pool of the States, and the only way that's going to happen is by people who don't do Tai Chi getting exposed to these mechanics. Because the mechanics are, Tai Chi is really a container. It's the mechanics that, you guys do Tai Chi in my opinion. When I see Sensei Donnie and I see the wonderful senior students here, I'm like, okay, these guys are actually touching these concepts. So the container of Tai Chi is just a container. Lots of great stuff in it. So let's start, feet shoulder length apart and parallel, and I'll pull up my mask for respect for everybody when I come a little closer. Imaginary string lifts you from the top of the head, helps to establish the center line, and then immediately start to feel each vertebrae falling downward from the head through the neck all the way down, cascading down, relaxation cascading down through the spine. Spine points, tailbone pointing straight down. Feet are shoulder length apart, parallel, palms are facing down. Special attention to the middle finger of each hand. The mouth will be closed, and the tongue will be gently placed on the ceiling of the mouth. Very subtle, slight tension in the anus. We're just going to do some breathing exercises to warm up. This is called gilded pillar. You're going to inhale, giving the sensation of breathing a color with your eyes open. Give that sensation of breathing a color that gathers in the belly. More specifically, the lower dantian, which is about 2 inches or 3 finger lengths below your belly button. You want to focus on that point. Yoga, it's known as the second chakra. Inhale, drawing whatever color intuitively comes to you into that point, and exhale, wash the color down the arms, the palms, and fingertips. Even about an inch or two beyond. Exhale, washing it. Deep. Exhale it down. Soften the hands. Inhale, breathless the wrists. Exhale, wash the color of the palms and fingertips. Inhale, draw it in like a vacuum back into the belly. Interlace the fingers, exhaling down. This is called uplifting heaven. And then inhaling up. Stretching out of the hips onto the toes, out of the shoulders. Exhaling down. If you find yourself falling forward, that's a great way to find where your attention is going. This color visualization is a vehicle for your attention. So when you keep the breath and the visualization down here, you actually keep your center of gravity downward. When it lifts up, that's when you start to fall forward. Inhaling up. Even deeper inhalation. This is a two-stage inhalation. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. All the breathing in and out through the nose. Regulating the breath. Exhaling down. Do your best to keep the sound at a minimum with this as well. Minimizing tension even in terms of sound. Breathing formula 3, inhaling up. Exhale, wash the color out to the palms and fingertips. Inhaling deep. 1. Stage 2, inhale even deeper. Stage 3, even deeper, more intense. Exhaling down. Sometimes one move requires multiple breaths, or combo requires multiple breaths. Inhaling up. Even deeper. Even deeper. 4 stages. Even deeper. Exhaling down. Exhalation is just as long as the inhalation, if not longer. Inhaling from the belly. Even deeper, this time engage the obliques, feel them expanding outward to the side. Even deeper, engage the lower back. Even deeper, use the entire waist like a belt, expanding all directions. Exhaling. Widen the stance, hollow fist rest right on the hips, and then relax the elbows, soften the shoulders. Pelvis rotates on the femur, exhaling. Keep the weight on the heels. Inhale, breath pulls you to the side and up. Eyes on the belly button, exhaling. This is dragon whips his head, inhaling up. The breath should feel like a rope that you're climbing and then releasing slowly. Inhale, climbing the rope, pulling the color into the belly, eyes on the belly button as you lean back, exhale. And reverse it. Up. 2 more. And soften the arms. Drop the arms downward. Stay here just for a moment. And inhaling up. Breathless the wrists of the body. Exhale out. Inhale, draw the wrists in. Exhale up and float down. Those were gentle Qigong exercises. And we're going to do 1 Nei Gong exercise, which is more focused, more intense. Inhale, hollow fists. Palms should face the ceiling. You have a very hollow fist. And exhale, pelvis rotates on the femur. Chest is parallel to the ground. Elbows almost in front of the eyes. Straight line from the top of the head to your tailbone. Back should feel like it's a flat table. Inhale, drawing the breath into the belly. Knees are bent. Color gathers in the belly. Exhale, wash it down the legs. Inhale to the belly. Exhale, see the color spreading through the lungs as you wash it out through the rib cage, strengthening the lungs. Inhale, draw the color into the belly. Exhale, wash it down the shoulder blades, down the arms, to the palms and fingertips. 1 more breath into the belly. And exhale, spread it wherever you'd like to gain strength in the body. Inhale, open the hands. And exhale, crossing the arms, reaching the hands through the legs. Uncross them, palms stay facing the ceiling, and you're reaching straight through the legs behind you. Reestablish your posture by lifting the collarbone so the back stays flat like a table. Keep the legs bent. If it burns, exhale, sink a little lower. Inhaling into the belly. Exhale, wash the color down the legs. Into the belly. Exhale, wash through the lungs. Into the belly. Exhale, wash down the arms and palms and fingertips. 1 more to the belly. And exhale, spread the color throughout the whole body like a radar, softening, moving any unnecessary tension. And the hands float down. Inhale, breath lifts the wrists. Wrist lift the body. Exhale out. Inhale deep. Exhaling one. Inhale, just draw the breath up the leg like you're reeling in a fishing line. Exhale, kick it out to the toes. And let the muscles relax around the bone so you can feel the blood cascading down as you exhale and visualize the color all at the same time. It's called flash relaxation. Kick the breath through the legs. Switch sides. See Shaolin monks do this kind of movement a lot. Apply it differently, but the same concept, softening the muscles around the bone. Michael Jackson was really good at this with his kick. I'm serious. Exhale, kicking out. And soften. All right, great. So everyone, grab a partner. Partner up with anybody you like. And we're going to do a general warm-up exercise, which is just to soften the, loosen up. So this loosen up exercise is essentially going to be, okay, so one leg forward, and we're just going to push shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip, and then reverse it. So I'll go shoulder, and you soften, push my shoulder, just going to soften, and then push the other shoulder, soften, and then push my hip. And you just want to loosen up, hip, and then I'll go to you, shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip. And do your best when this is happening to claim 70% of your weight on this front leg, and do not give it up. Even when you're moving the hips, you're keeping the 70% claiming space. So that's going to be the first concept, claiming space while being loose. Go to me again, and then so you guys can just partner up, shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip, and then back. And we'll just do this for a couple minutes, and just partner up. Go for it. Go for it. Thanks. Everyone, this is Autumn, girlfriend slash business partner, wonderful human being, and she's going to come around with me to just make sure that everyone's keeping their weight on 70% of that front leg. Good stuff. And switch legs. Yeah, that's great. Okay, that's fine. Okay, next one. Let's we're just gonna run each other back and forth in the room. So just hands on my shoulders and run. Push it back. Good stuff. And you're gonna be light at first, and then you'll go right to your opponent and run back. And then hands on the shoulders. You start getting a little bit more resistance. Try to drop in. Maybe even put the hands on the shoulders, on the elbows. You put your hands on the elbows, kind of, yeah, give me a little more resistance. Very good. And really, you can push up, push back, and just keep on running, back and forth. And let's go lengthwise, because that'll be more fun.
You guys want to come over here so we're lined up?
Yeah. Okay, you got it. Sure, you're fine. So every time you go back and forth once, add a little more pressure. Really get that elbow control.
I know this one's hard, it's okay.
And think about pushing forward and up through the shoulders. Try to angle the shoulders to the upper corner of the room. That means you may need to drop your head down to drive up.
You guys go again.
Make sure that exactly as you intensify, make sure your hands are softly cut on the elbow and tricep. control point. Careful track. All right, one more round. One more drive. So you're back where you started. And you can rest, good stuff. One more, you got one more. Good stuff. Good work. Good shot. Drop your hips down as you drop your back. So move, drop your level and push forward to the corner of the room. Yeah, good stuff. All right, so we're gonna do rooting. And we did this before, you guys remember, and pick the heaviest guy. Mark's not here. Okay. Moving to the heavies. Okay, please. All right, so we're gonna do this little, you probably see Tai Chi guys essentially get pushed and not get moved, right? So the concept is a pressure circuit. It's not really meant for you just to withstand the pressure for minutes and minutes and minutes, more so for a fraction of a second, so that you can strategize your next move and transition. So you essentially become like a wall for a second. And the concept is, you drill it slowly, a lot of intercostal muscle strength, time under tension exercise. You put your hands on my shoulders, and you're gonna start slowly. You're gonna establish a rhythm. I'm gonna listen to it, and every time you do it, you're going to intensify the strength. Slowly but surely. That's how we build the strength together. And push. Good. And a little more. Good. And a little more. Good. A little more. Good. A little more. Good. And we want to do it even more rhythmic. So I'm going to go to you. And 70% of the weight, nose, Tony nose. Tony nose, straight line. Drop this hip into this groin. So this hip's going to fall right into this groin. This knee will fall straight down. Just like grab and pull it. Great. When he takes the pressure, he's going to inhale, inflate the triceps, and pull my arms out rather than up. I have scar tissue from birth. I can never actually do this properly. So I'm always going to be more tense on this than somebody that has more range of motion here. You're going to roll my triceps and elbow out as you take the pressure, and you're going to sink. And we're going to talk about the concept of claiming space again. Great. Beautiful. Good. Press that big toe into the ground like a button that activates your inhalation. Inhaling as you take. Yes! All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. So you can start to feel that your connection breaking. So you want to soften even more the hips. Yeah, and reestablish your relaxation. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, great. So let's partner up and let's actually all get into a line. Everyone can roll down here. And everyone on this side is going to push, everyone on this side is going to receive. We'll go right forward. So everyone on this side, everyone with the right leg forward. Everybody on both sides, right leg forward. Everyone on the receiving side, everyone on the pushing side, put your hands on the shoulders. Here, everyone on the receiving side, gently cup the elbow and tricep. And everyone on the pushing side is going to slowly, you're going to drop your hips first, like a bounce, almost like you're bouncing a ball. And you're exactly, you're going to do it slow, you're going to give a little bit of pressure, and you're going to inhale like a bird, almost inflating and rolling the triceps out and up as the pressure comes. There are 3 points of this pressure circuit. One is the downward posture. You're breaking, what's actually happening here is you're breaking pressure at the wrists first, which is called crimping. So if you've ever played judo or jiu-jitsu, you know the concept of rolling someone's joints back very gently by readjusting your posture. So you're going to crimp the wrists first by keeping your shoulders rolled forward. So as you take the pressure, you're going to roll the shoulders forward, and you're going to, breaking point 2 is the elbows. Rolling the elbows out and keeping that back, the scapula, disappearing into the upper back. And then the third, of course, is your full body posture. You should be able to feel your opponent's back heel on the ground so you can spin them on it. So let's go for it. Everyone on this side, we're going to push. Everybody on this side receiving, and just start the rhythm. All pushing people start slow, and then each time intensify, but take it really slow. Because again, this is about time under tension. You get more strength in the intercostal muscle across the body. Shoulder blades up, beautiful. And drop the shoulders down and push them forward. Do your best to quickly roll your wrists back. So get your, when you're grappling, when you're playing, you're going to do your best to keep your opponent's hand sliding down on your shoulder so you can start to roll your pressure on top of their wrists. Then it'll suck and they'll try to remove their hand from there, and then you can set them up for something else. It's really good. And slow it down even more, incremental pressure increasing. Shoulder blades forward. Everyone, do your best to keep your feet flat on the ground. Okay, and switch. Yeah, you switch sides, and so now everyone on this side is going to push, everyone on this side is going to receive. Just feel free to switch your legs.
Oh wait, you went right. That's good. Be consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up there. There it is.
So the person who's pushing is aiming for the upper corner of the room. You're going to drop your hips down, slowly push up. You want to, every time you push, you want to push somebody over their hips so they lose their balance. You're pushing, not them to the floor.
Coach Jan?
Yes.
Just like we're inhaling on the blocking point, exhale on the pusher, inhale.
There's a different mechanic for each one, whatever you feel comes naturally first, and then we'll get deeper into it.
Thanks, sir.
Great question. Again, think about that concept of the bouncing ball. If you throw a ball, you want your push to feel like it bounced and shot them right up. Okay. Yeah. 30 seconds, start turning it up. Keep both your feet down, flat down. Yeah, it's harder with a smaller stance. 10 seconds. Okay, so now we're going to drill pushes. These pushes, so we're going to go 1 for 1. Going to run at me, and great. So I'll run at you and push me back. Drop and push me back. Come to me, and we're going to drop, push back, push back, and then we'll just go 1 for 1, switching legs each time. So I'll run at you, push back and up. Great. You run at me, run through. Good stuff. Run at me. Great. Do your best to throw the hips back, push forward, and let's go for it. Flutter up, space. Good stuff. You want your push to knock them down, so really aim to the corner, upper corner of the room. Remember that concept of the bounce. Drop your hips before you make contact, then shoot up. Just before you make contact. Good. little work in the chest. Good stuff. Okay, let's make a circle. Let's get around this square. Let's get around the square. And we're going to continue, finish our warm up with break falls. Yes.
So this thing dropped.
Oh, it's okay. You're doing a great job. All right, so standing here and turn your face to the side. We'll just warm up 10 on each side. So diving and turn your face to the side. Guys ready? Let's go. Really use the shock absorbers in the forearm. And really turn the face. You don't want your teeth hitting the ground. Hit, and you bridge out at the end. You're going to bridge space into the body. Even if you have to do it a little more slowly, really just get the form down. Self realization. Right side. Make circles with the body on the floor. So go to the side, roll over on your back to the other side, sit up. Again, do it again. Side, roll on your back to the other side, sit up. Side, roll on your back to the other side, and sit up. Do your best to keep the shape of the body like a ball. Nice chair, squishy chair. And then reverse the circle. If you're unfamiliar with this exercise, let me know. And we'll fall to the side. Okay, let's go forward and back, rolls, stay right here, just take the hand, reach through the other, and just roll forward, and then reverse it, and right back up. Okay, hand down, roll forward, reach it through, and then just right back up. And you can switch sides each side. Okay. If you're new to rolling, let me know. How to go back? Sure. So, once you get the nice shoulder connection down, just think about slowly keeping the same shape, rewinding it. You can even push off the ground if you like in the beginning. Move the head out of the way to keep the shoulder connected and sit right back up. Again, move the head out of the way to keep the shoulder connected. Roll over, and then just reverse it. And switch sides, switch arms each time, every 2 times. All right, one more break fall, and then we'll get into the actual sport. Great. So this one is really just falling on the side, really slapping down with the knees and forearm. I always recommend tucking the chin, protecting the temple. So that, I fall like this down the hill on high speed. Great. And just like this, I'm like, no man, martial arts always works. So I highly recommend cover the temple, tuck the chin, and you're sitting on this leg. You're absorbing it, forearm, but opposite the tricep and on the side as well. So sit, slap, stand right back up, and then sit. As you're getting swept out, foot gets swept out, you sit to make sure you don't flip in the air if someone is a little more sophisticated at sweep combinations. So you may get you once, but you're like, nope, it's gonna go down. Up. Okay, so this first round, we're gonna do rounds the rest of the time. And these are the rounds that we do to train different skill sets. And I'll show technique, then we'll jump into a round. Everyone will play. When we get to the more sophisticated, it's all sophisticated. When we get to the more closer to freestyle stuff, we'll just go 2 at a time in the ring. But right now we can all play on this. This first drill, this first drill, there's lots of stuff called 7-star. So we're gonna change the name. But this is essentially called 7-star footwork. The concept, and this comes from Swaijiao actually. The concept is, thank you, shoulder length, you're gonna have your hands behind the back, you're gonna step across the opponent, and they're gonna stay static just for the purpose of this exercise. So you wanna see behind the back. You wanna know that your line looking is going to cut right through. So this is step 1. Step 2 is connect the head, this whole area, and lean and launch. To lean and launch. Now, this is actually very, very practical. The concept here is that even when you're playing or pushing, you want to throw someone over their own hips. You're going to load here more than likely. You might be in a clinch. You might be in a clinch, is more realistic. And all of a sudden, you may have to drop into this motion. And so here, the concept would be to lift the shoulder up and drive this shoulder through your opponent's neck toward the other shoulder. You don't mind. Over the shoulder so that you can catch them, especially with footwork, listening to rhythm, so that when they're stepping, you push them and they fall. But you want to get the body mechanic, just work that first. And this is also just very helpful for just body-to-body contact. So you want to step behind me, see the line, good stuff. And one note there, good stuff. One note to potentially help. Every body is different. I find it very helpful to soften the hip. Yeah, soften the hip so you get that kind of little wind up, and then step forward to the neck with extra torque. Good stuff. Excellent. All right, try the other side. So step across 1, make sure you can see, and then 2. Awesome. Fantastic. All right. So let's all run that. Let's line up. It's going to be a little more, the angle's going to be a little different, but just partner up and let's work it. One of you guys, both of you will have your hands behind your back. One is going to step across and then step through. So you're going to step right, left, or left, right, depending on the side you start with, and let's run it, and then we'll do a freestyle round where we're playing with just our hands behind our backs, and we'll show what that looks like in a second. Clear? Yes. Yeah. So, even more.
Yeah. All right, you want to go first?
Yeah. Good.
yourself lined up, and then take that second step.
Actually here, and shift over to the other leg.
Yep, even more.
And then push it back, so
Step.
You have so much
come
mass.
and rotate it. So your body's over.
Step.
Don't focus on turning in the shoulder.
So the rotation works best. So you start here, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And then go.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Try the other side.
I'll switch up.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I just want to point something out, everybody. You may notice that your head is in a position for guillotine. So it's really important to note these things because you don't want to ever train without being aware of what else could happen. So it wasn't as much of an issue on your arm because of our size similarity, but for you, I'm here and all like it's just, you know, so and it's pretty much game over. So, but obviously, if we're playing here, if we're playing normally here, or he's trying to do something on a double arm, I'm going to close this distance in. So I'm going to do my best to pin his arm somehow with my body, and then essentially take action. So just a reminder that if you see the potential guillotine, just make note of it, and then there's always another way. But we're training a particular technique right now. Okay. Actually, let me switch up.
Absolutely.
Excellent, dude. Fantastic, man.
Yeah, I wanted to watch you do that.
Okay, guys, so what we're going to do now, we're going to play a freestyle round. This freestyle round is pick squares on the floor. So we're rectangles. Playing inside the rectangle. So since Gabe and I will play inside this rectangle, just giving them a fist bump. And let's see who pushes who out. And so just play this way, and we're going to play a full game. You can use the legs. This is called caging. We're going to get into in a second. And really do your best. The second that someone steps out, step right back in. And step right back in and reset so you can play again. So you're not just constantly going.
Sir?
Okay, great. So everyone just playing to control the rectangle. Peter, I'm Jay. That's good.
Not bad anniversary, but like. For real?
Good stuff. Guys, so just one note here. So we were just playing. He immediately picked up on the concept of the spin. Spin is super important. So just play for a second. So we didn't talk about this yet. We're playing, pushing. I'm starting to spin. He starts to spin. This, you totally use this in the sport of push head. You add the arms to it. You spin around somebody, either through a throw. You may let them go through, create a hole in the hip. But it's just a really important mechanic. And this drill with the arms behind the back helps you to feel the rolling. You want to roll around the opponent. So just a note, if you find yourself with the ability to do it, play with it. Let's go for another minute. Sorry.
Circle.
Alright guys, so now we're going to add hands. We're going to add hands. The concept, when we add the hands, in Tai Chi, from my experience, it's the only style that I've come across that overemphasizes the use of the elbows to control the entire body of a person while standing. I think it's really interesting. The only other time I've come across a similar concept is in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu of controlling the kneecap, being able to drive the body in different directions from the kneecap. So, again, there's a lot to unpack in that statement, but we're going to play with elbows and really aim, and this could be considered great counter wrestling, a great counter wrestling drill. Really aim for here and pinning the elbows when you can. Don't force it, but do your best to aim your opponent's elbows toward their own body so it pins them. And sometimes you can even staple, put one arm on top of the other. So let's just play around inside a rectangle. Try to push me out, try to push me So just go for it. Just go for it and play. Do your best pinning. We're not going to add legs yet or head yet. We're just going to stay collarbone to hip pushing area. And just really work on the elbows. All right, go for it, go for it.
All right. Let's see that step. It's a high cross or double on that same step. Yeah.
All right. So you're still playing inside the rectangle. Do your best to move people out.
Are you good? Good.
Okay, so another note here. Another note to keep in mind. You guys are sparring Muay Thai, for example, getting the guard up, pushing away, and throwing the kick. So really think about this elbow control. I still have elbow control. It's just it's a mental game at this point. So you aim with the hands at first, then you start to allow any part of the body to control those elbows. So you want to create some space, you push, throw the kick. Okay, so really use the elbow, even if you're pushing away, imagine the space you've created for another technique. So if you push someone away, that's okay. You don't need to just grapple. You can also do the pushes we were doing a little bit earlier. Go for it.
Straight up.
Question, how many of you are familiar with the arm drag? The arm? Okay, you familiar?
Yeah.
Okay, can you show an arm drag on? So the arm drag in push hands is like the jab. The sweep in judo is like the jab. Boom. So you want to be able to fire those arm drags off. And we're going to do a drill right now from the 50-50 clinch. Can you show that again, please? Boom. Right there. Fantastic. It's a beautiful arm drag. It's so many different styles, have different ways of doing it. I love that. So go for it on me. That's great. That's great. And he pulls the chest. We're just working on a variation 2 nights ago. Boom. Boom. Look how he closes the distance with his chest. That is in variations. Many variations of this. I love that. Something we started working on a few days ago. One of the Tai Chi ways to do it is essentially pressing, or you spin the fingers across and you let the spin drag the body. So you're essentially whipping and then shooting the hand to the tricep or deeper into the shoulder. Sometimes it can go behind the shoulder. So 1, 2, and just pull across. You can step as well, but let's keep it simple and add this to your drill, go to your play. So we're gonna take the back arm and just go for it, pull the arm down, go for the tricep. We'll get into more detail with this over time because we only have about 10 minutes left. But I wanna get us to the full sparring. So let's add this technique. I'll go around and make adjustments.
So we just do that.
Good stuff.
Feed it to the hands. Feed it to the tricep.
When you go. At least that's how I right. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, clear than getting caught. Yeah, right. Move it.
That's another thing too.
Yeah.
Okay guys, one more concept I want to talk about. I want to talk about a bunch of stuff tonight, including the crank, which is like a big wheel throw that some of us have done in the last time. It's my 3rd time here. But this time, we never talked about caging. And caging, I'm sure there are other styles that have other names for it, but caging is essentially strategic footwork that uses the legs like blades to cut through your opponent's legs. So we're playing, we can play for a second. Just play. Great. So caging is essentially exactly, boom. And so sometimes people just grind with the shins. So you want to diversify your caging game. Stepping in, switch, bending in, thigh to thigh, boom, stepping, boom. So you want to cut, and this will start to come into bigger sweeps. One of my favorite push hands throws is push to get a reaction. Guy comes back up, and this is called diagonal flying. You essentially sweep the thigh in and throw the body up so it flips the opponent. And it's an awesome move. It's a finesse move, essentially drilling like this, but this is a caging technique, and you're slicing the thigh to thigh. So let's just play with the idea, adding this one concept of stepping through on the inside, stepping through on the outside, and you can play at the same time. He's stepping through, I'm moving out of the way because I don't want to get hurt. And really be cautious and conscious of your knees. One thing to think about is to always, to avoid twisting your kneecap. Make sure you turn the big toe and the knee at the same time. So it always comes from the hip. Because if you just turn the foot or the knee by itself, you're compromising the joint. So if you want to have really strong caging steps, you turn the foot and the knee at the same time. It helps protect the kneecap. Okay?
Sir?
Let's go for it. So you're still doing the arm drag, you're still doing the... Good stuff. You feel how it sets you up for so many different throws. Good stuff. Okay, guys. Okay, so now let's bring these ideas into the ring. Let's all gather around the ring. We're going to do like a minute in each, maybe 30 seconds for time to work. Could you hold the time? Yeah. Tell me what's on 30? All right. Okay, so push out of the ring or throw on the floor, collarbone to hip playing area. And since we're doing caging, you can do sweeps behind the leg. Okay. All right. Oh, go? Yeah. Okay. That'll be no point. He stepped out and then I stepped out. If it's 30 seconds, let me know. Good stuff. You stay in, you go ahead. All right. Push out the ring or throw on the floor. Good.
Nice, guys.
Nice.
That's awesome.
One note for everybody is always do your best to keep your back to the center of the ring. To eat space. Okay. All right. Switch. You're going to use it in. All right. Go for it. Push out. Or on the floor. Use the caging. Use the steps to disrupt the important steps. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Nice. Nice spin.
Yeah. Spin out. Oh, nice start.
Nice. Okay. Game. You stay in. You go in. Switch out. Good stuff. Really good. And it's like my whole time. Go for it. Go for it. Oh, it's going for arm drag. No head. No head. Yeah. No head. Use the pushes. Try to launch your opponent out of the ring. Use the caging. They're trying to launch you out. Good stuff. Look at those steps. Look how she's cutting with the thigh. Great. All right, switch out. Good stuff. Look good. All right, you're in. You stay. All right. Yeah, use that caging. Nice. Okay. Got it. You got it. Good. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Good stuff. High five. You're in. Good stuff. Nice. Nice. Beautiful. It's okay. In practice, we'll never call that your point. In Taiwan, in the World Cup, they would call that your point. Or we want to make it super clean. That was pretty clean. Okay, good? Yeah. Okay. 3 seconds. Go. Good stuff. Okay. Good stuff. Good slap 5. You stay in. Sense engage. All right. Get around him. Get around him. Get around him. Down the corner. Oh. Nice. Oh, nice. Nice. Good stuff. Good. Good stuff. Good spin. All right. Sense again. You stay in. Round. You too. All right. Good. Good. That footwork was fantastic. Even with the ball, that footwork was actually really, really good. Aim for those elbows. Aim for the elbows. You got 6 seconds. Aim for his elbows. When you touch the elbows, keep your hands there. Good stuff.
There you go.
Yes. Good. Excellent. All right.
Woo.
You stay sense of it out. Good stuff. Slap 5. Good stuff. Good. Good, good, good. 15 seconds. Get under the elbows. Good, edge. Try to eat the ring. When you're stepping, when you're cutting up the ring, keep on stepping through her. So she has less space. All right, good stuff. You stay in. While you're jumping in. All right, good stuff. Make sure it's not fun. Good elbow. All right, time. On, you stay in. Speak. Okay, stop that, catch her. Come on now. Look at that.
Sorry.
Good stuff. On the center of the ring, keep your back to the center of the ring. Good.
Peter.
Hey, don't be nice to her.
I know, I just saw that.
Go hard. Yeah, go harder.
I want to run into a ball.
15 seconds. Go. Good stuff. Okay, keep you stay in. All right. No! Nice. Good footwork. Nice shoulder. 4 seconds. That was excellent. Who wants one bonus round? You're all right. Good. Good. Last round.
Alright, you're in, Mom.
Okay. All right. Let's get. Okay. That'll be a point. Just for 10 points.
Oh,
Good
nice.
stuff.
That was nice. Good stuff.
Stretch up. Never consider the training done. Really stretch. With everybody as usual. Inhaling up, catch the breath right away. Exhaling up. Inhaling up. Widen the stance. Exhale, push the breath to the feet. Inhaling up. Push to one side. Really sink it to the hips. Inhaling up. One hand down. One hand up. Inhale deep. Exhale, drop the raised hand onto the thigh and turn up, reaching up. Inhale as you reach, fingers are pulled to the ceiling. Exhale, the other side. Inhaling up, exhale, one hand down, other palm up. Feel the twist in the hips, and then soften the hips, drop down. Inhaling deep, exhale, raised hand falls on the thigh. Inhale, spiral up, reaching through. Exhaling back down, hold the arms and hang. Big breath, exhaling down. Turn to the right side, inhale deep, exhale, forehead to the knee. Inhale deep, exhale to the other side. Inhale deep, exhale, forehead to the knee. Inhale deep, exhale to the middle, hold the arms and hang. Hands down, walk the feet in once, put the forearms on the thigh and sit. Push, open the hands up. The forearms should come inside the knees just a little bit. And drop the butt. Do your best to feel like you're pulling the thighs out of the socket with the elbows down and out. Drop down again.
Hands down, walk the feet in once. Hold the arms and hang. Inhale deep, exhale, drop it down. Hands down, feet in once. Hold the arms and hang. Right hand outside the left foot. Inhale up. Exhale down. Outside the left hand to the right foot. Inhale up. Exhale down. Suck in the belly button. Come up one vertebrae at a time. Slowly. Close the eyes. Inhale, white line to the belly. Exhale, spread through the whole body. Inhale, roll white line up the front. Feet to head. Imagine a tidal wave coming up. Exhale, roll it down, head to heels. Down the back like a waterfall. Inhale, white line up the left side. Foot to head, a tidal wave. Exhale, roll down the right side. Head to foot, a waterfall. Really work the visualization like a muscle. Inhale, white line to the belly. Exhale, push it to the top of the head like a fountain. Surround you, be a big bubble. One more breath into the belly. Exhale, wash it down the legs into the ground. Let it come back up and around like a fountain in reverse, making a bigger bubble around you. Just sit in the white light for a moment. Have gratitude for the body, the space that you're in, the good people in your life. Thank you all so much. So to each one of you, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for the flag.